this podcast inside a cute little retro caravan from 1967 that I tow around all over the place.
Podvan Podcast with Rabbit.
Hey, two quick things just before we get started. Did you know that these are video episodes now? I mean, if you're watching this, then yes, you know that. But if you're not watching it, you could be seeing the guests that I'm chatting to in the episode. The video episodes are only available on Spotify. And the other thing is, did you know there's a Patreon members page? I haven't mentioned it for a while, and I've recently had a couple of people sign up saying, I didn't even know this was a thing. So there's like over 200 bits of bonus content in there. There's weekly bonus episodes with Julie that are only for Patreon members, and it's $10 a month. So if you want to join up, you just go to podvan.com.au/members. And thank you so much for all of your support. I really do appreciate it. Let's get to the episode. Oh, man. That's what you're here for. Wow. What a response.
I'm here for my calming down therapy. Oh, my God.
You can have that booked in after this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, I'm going to go learn Buddhism after this. Get some goddamn Zen. Give me some goddamn Zen.
I don't think Zen's ever been referred to as goddamn Zen before either. Oh, man. I will point out now that these are video episodes, so if you are listening...
Sorry.
Yeah, it's not you I was explaining it to. It was Julie, because dishevelled. I got called dishevelled yesterday. Right, so I was just saying...
How do you be dishevelled? You don't even have hair.
This is my point.
What?
So for those of you that are just listening to this, if you go to Spotify, you can watch it on your TV with us in 4K glory.
No, don't do that, for the love of God. We're trying to improve people's mental health, Raps, not destroy it.
Goddamn Zen, that's what we're going for.
That's what we bring.
It's the new name. It's the byline of the Podvan podcast. We bring goddamn Zen. I probably said goddamn a few too many times. I don't know. It's probably not allowed.
We're out in a storm. I think that's a risky business.
Yeah. As far as being out in a storm, I can't believe this. A year and a half into doing this podcast, and I have the number of times I've looked for shelter for the Podvan for a recording.
Yeah.
And then you just go, will you be right recording in this crazy heavy rain? And I was like, because I haven't been outside in days. I don't even know what it's like outside.
Well, you need a boat.
Yeah, apparently. So heavy rain on the roof of the Podvan. I mean, the processing will chop most of it out, but I was like, what I really need is like an abandoned servo. Just like something with, you know what I'm saying? A high ceiling, and you're just like, Woolies Lizero?
And here we are.
It is perfect.
I know, it's
so
high enough.
Yeah.
It keeps the rain off your roof.
Yeah. How many people are rolling into the supermarket now and seeing the Podvan? There's a mobile billboard. All the kids going to school at Lizero High.
Yeah, and they're going, that probably floated down here.
Probably, yeah.
On the river.
That's it, yeah. I didn't drive it down here this morning. This is just where I found it. As it made its way down. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Julie was at a thing. Was that last night you went to the Book Nook thing?
Yes.
Yeah. In Umina.
So beautiful. That beautiful bookstore, the Book Nook in Umina.
Yeah.
Gorgeous little bookstore.
Riddle me this. Is her name Mandy?
No.
All right then. Okay.
Cool riddle, bro.
It's a real thinker. Like for the rest of the day, you'll be going, why did he think the owner's name was Mandy?
Can I tell you with 100% honesty and certainty, I will not be thinking about that all day. I will not give it another thought.
Is there anything so far that you will take into your day and go, I wonder what that was about?
No, not yet. Nothing that I can't dismiss summarily from my life.
Well, it's what I deliver.
Goddamn Zen and summary dismissal.
I think she was the owner of the Umina Book Nook.
So Kate took it over a year ago.
Yeah, you know who from?
Mandy.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, damn it, I gave it another thought.
This is what I do. I infiltrate your brain like a brain worm.
You are like a brain worm.
Yeah.
You infiltrated my brain this morning.
How?
I had a thought. Because, and I'm wondering something. And if you don't want to talk about this in the public arena, you have the edit power. So you can put a stop to it.
I'm an open book.
Oh, okay. Let's see how open this book is then.
What's going to be funny here is I'm going to leave everything up to this point in. And if we start talking about something else now, I'm not that open.
So how's about that giraffe, eh?
How did they get there? I feel like there was an edit.
Not that open. So this morning I was getting dressed and I used to work on the radio with you and run a cooking school. And both of those things meant I couldn't wear perfume because you couldn't deal with perfume.
Yes.
Anything perfumed. No
super
smelly candles, no perfume, nothing.
Hairspray, anything perfumed.
Yeah. And then running a cooking school, well, when you're a cook, you shouldn't be drenched in perfume anyway because your olfactory senses are really important to your taste and all that sort of stuff. So you've got to be able to taste properly. And
I can't tell you how invested I am in this story right now just because I'm like, where's this going?
It's about you.
Where's it? Yeah. Nah, because you're such a good storyteller and you're so funny. What was the thing you said right before we started and I absolutely lost it? Was it about something we're not allowed to talk about or something?
No, you were looking for I thought it was a leech, but it was a...
No, I said I was looking at something on the floor and I was like, I was concerned that was a... what's that thing and they're nasty? Julie goes, alligator? Just lost it.
I meant it's raining a lot.
I reckon it's your brain. I meant a funnel web. It looked like a shell, like a squished funnel web. No, the other thing you said was you went to a bakery this morning and thought, I'll grab something for Rabs, which that's never happened before.
No.
Like ever.
Because you're gluten-free.
And now I'm free from gluten-free.
Yeah.
And you saw something...
Gluten-free.
What did you see?
It was Rocky Road.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had gluten-free on it.
Yeah, you're not going to use the words you said.
Let's get this one in the PG rating, shall
I
we?
give it the same reaction when I see, oh man, we went on a trip to New Zealand, my daughter and I, we're both recently free from gluten-free free.
Yeah.
And there was this I don't know what it was. There was a lot of chocolate. There were a lot of sweet things. It wasn't a bakery. It was just a whole ton of goodness and badness at the same time.
Yeah. The good kind of badness.
The good kind of bad.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it and I was like, oh, yum. And then I see this little thing at the top that says everything in this cabinet gluten-free. Like, well, you're going to eat that.
I want gluten.
I've had to eat that. I've had that. I know what it's going to taste like. Almond meal.
Yeah. Give me the stuff with the gluten.
Just full flour.
Yeah.
Throw flour in my face.
I will.
Yeah, okay,
I wish
thanks.
I brought some.
Okay, so...
Well, I mean, it's in the same sort of arena as that. So this morning I went to... Because now that I don't have the cooking school and I'm not on the radio with you, hypersensitive smelly man, I went to put perfume on and then I thought, no, I'm with hypersensitive smelly man this morning.
Which is the world's worst superhero.
Not only is he hypersensitive...
He also stinks. And that's why he stinks, because you can't put perfume or deodorant or anything on him.
He's only slightly better than hypersensitive, smelly, gluten-free man.
He's just a pain to be around. Oh, man. I do wear deodorant, but yes, it is a hypersensitive deodorant or something.
So I wondered if I'd have put perfume on, would that have upset you this morning, or was that hypersensitivity to smell also, like the gluten, a part of your anxiety? And I wondered, when's the last time you became aware of getting sick from a smell?
Good question. The book is still open.
The booger?
The book.
Oh,
how much of an open book am I? I'm like a widespread centerfold right now.
Can I go?
I'll just remind you, this is a video episode, so enjoy that.
My eyes!
Oh, my God.
Oh, no, it's video.
What's the numbers coming in for this episode now?
Woo. Widespread centerfold. Oh, Lord, the visual.
I've got the title for the episode, actually. I'm a widespread centerfold.
Can you make sure you say Rabs at the end of that so nobody thinks I'm a widespread centerfold?
What I've found is, and I did some research on this recently.
Okay.
Chad did. I asked him to scrape all of the, just for those who don't know Chad, it's ChatGPT. My one is Chad.
Yeah.
And I got him to scrape all the titles of all of my 180-something episodes.
Scrape them?
Julie, I'm getting into coding, and
Like your tongue.
yeah, kind of, but for a website, like you can scrape all the data from a website without just taking like the front page. It'll go deep into the code and find all the things. Yeah, I'm such a nerd and I love it.
Yep.
So he went through all of those and then looked at all the episode download numbers.
Yeah.
Also along with like how many downloads on the day it came out and all these kind of things. I love the analytics of it all. And for that, essentially I was looking at how much does the title matter?
Yeah, okay.
With an episode. Because it's different, like YouTube. Like if you're into someone in YouTube, you may just watch everything they put out. It depends on how much they put out.
Yeah.
I was putting out a ton of episodes at that time when I did this, and I was like, okay, so if people are starting to pick and choose based on episode title,
Yeah.
like how much does it matter? Early days, I was using quotes from the episodes.
Yes.
Then I started kind of summarizing the episode in the title.
Okay.
You still want to give a hook kind of thing to...
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But I don't like the clickbait thing. It's got to be real.
Well, yeah,
to
you
what's
can't
actually
go,
happening.
like magazines do.
Yeah.
MasterChef's pregnancy news, tune in to find out.
Yeah.
And it's about
It's
someone else
absolutely
entirely.
nothing. Yeah. Sorry, the full title was MasterChef knows someone who has pregnancy news.
Yeah.
Couldn't fit it all in,
He's
but-
22 years old, whatever.
Sorry, had pregnancy. Oh, it must have been typos.
Yeah.
And the interesting results of that data. Ones that... Do you know what work the best?
What?
Exclamation marks.
Really?
If there is an exclamation mark at the end of an episode title,
MasterChef's pregnancy news.
better than a question mark, I guess. No, that one would work as well, wouldn't it? MasterChef pregnancy news? Question mark. Is she? Is he? And then, what else works really well? When Julie Goodwin's name is in the episode title.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
no.
And so what I've sort of adapted it to is if it's someone like you, no, pretty much anyone, I put the name in the episode.
Yeah,
I also find it easy for people to find them.
Yeah.
So if it's the episode with the crisis cleans guys who go in and do,
Yeah.
did you hear about that? Or did you see about that? They go in and like some hoarders, but other times it's tenants who've left the place in an absolute state and just disappeared.
Yeah.
And then the owner ain't going to go, and that's so they're called crisis cleans.
Okay.
And he films things, puts stuff on
Do you put
TikTok
the
about.
crisis cleans in the title?
Yeah.
Instead of a hook like
Both.
got filthy?
What a filthy episode. Yeah.
What a full spread centerfold.
Exclamation mark.
Question mark.
So here's the prop. So I go right back to all of that and go, unfortunately, for what I know about what's going to work for this episode, it's going to have to be titled Julie Goodwin, I'm a widespread centerfold, exclamation mark.
I have question marks about my involvement here.
Because I can't put too many words in because then it won't display on the thing. So it's, a lot of thought into this. Too much, some would say.
Too much, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Or not anywhere near enough. It's one
So
of
to
the two.
answer your question about the perfume, yeah, it still does get me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a separate thing. That one is not all in my brain. Like everything else has been.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I do super sensitive throat. I mean, I had an operation on my vocal cords years ago, and I don't know if it's been since that, but yeah, I've always had like super sensitive. It gets more full on when I have a cold or I have a cold coming on.
Yep.
I guess I don't know what's happening there, but it gets more,
Oh,
and it just gets
I stopped
aggravated.
myself.
Yeah, thank you.
Just go, oh, he's probably over everything now.
I'm always glad you stop yourself from.
You're never glad when I stop myself.
No, actually, usually it gives me a headline for an episode.
That is your headline, my friend. I did not say full spread
Hey,
centerfold.
I've just explained the process. I have to put your name in there.
I've got to have words with Chad.
Do you know the biggest one-day episode? Like the biggest day of downloads on the day it came out?
What?
Kyla on her ADHD diagnosis.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
There you go. It's
A few things
when
there.
you hit something that's sort of topical for people.
In the zeitgeist. Is that a word?
Are we doing
Am I
this
using
in
it right?
German now? Yeah. Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte. Kugelschreiber, danke.
Now I've got the title.
Black Forest cake pen, thank you. That's what I
What?
just said.
Why do you need to know that? Black forest cake pen, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all like separate, not usually in a sentence. It's not a...
I mean, it could be a sentence. It would be an odd one, but those
Yeah.
are just important things to me, so I remembered them.
What was that? Thank you, Dunker?
Danke schön.
Yeah.
Danke very much.
Black forest cake? Yeah.
Bitte ist, please. Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so Schwarz is black.
Yeah.
Wälder, forest. Kirschtorte is, Kirsch is the liqueur that they put into the cake, and Torte is cake.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why did you have to learn that?
I don't know. I only took one term of German in like year 8.
I was going to say, did you release like a really short German cookbook?
Well,
Just the one recipe?
Because in year 8, it was 1984, and I think the poshest dessert you could buy in 1984, and what my birthday cake was every year, was a Sara Lee Black Forest cake.
Wow.
So I think it was just important to me. So maybe I even asked my teacher how to say it so that I could request my birthday cake in German to my mother, who is not German.
When you explained it, it makes sense.
It was starting to make sense, and then it just veered right off, didn't it?
And we've got another title for the episode. Seriously, just recently I found, back when I was explaining that to someone in a very early episode, would have been in the first 30 episodes, and I was explaining to someone, thinking about getting T-shirts that go, and I've got the title for the episode. Special pod van ones.
I think we need an episode called Stop Making Everything I Say into Episode Titles.
Yeah.
Because I see that bloody bumper sticker nearly every day.
Do you?
Yeah.
Where? At your house?
At my house.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say,
So
there's
my
not many
kids
of them
put
going
those
around.
bumper stickers all down a bookshelf that I walk past every day. And it's like, yeah, why don't you stop putting everything I say on bumper stickers? Or actually, you have stopped putting everything I say on bumper stickers. It's quite refreshing, but now they're episode titles.
Yeah, and so for those who don't know what that is, when we were on air together, Julie would say, well, there's... I don't want to say ridiculous, but real standout statements. Just a line, and I'd go, wow, that's like a powerful quote. Like I just feel like,
I should write an inspirational quote book.
yeah.
Or open its own Instagram account with like music and colourful backgrounds.
Yes.
Yes.
Like a beach scene with seagulls flying,
Yeah.
and just above it says...
And I'll ask AI to create the beach scene so the seagulls will have like 4 wings.
Yes. I'd follow that account. An elephant with 8 eyes. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones, because what I would do with those is Julie would say the thing, I'd pause and then go, Julie Goodwin. Just like the quotes have.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a really, like a well-known quote that actually has the person's name under it.
Like, don't believe everything you read on the internet. Abe Lincoln.
Took me a second. Hang on a second. This doesn't add up.
I read it on the internet.
But exactly. It's a real thinker, isn't it?
Yeah.
I take things from this and come back and think about them later.
sorry.
No. Sometimes I don't remember a lot of what we say in here, actually.
No.
I get surprised in the edit.
Sometimes you text me just with things out of the podcast as though it's the first time you've ever heard them. Like you'll text me a sentence from the podcast with LOL or ha ha ha, and I'm like, well, you're not listening when I was saying it to your face.
It makes me laugh again. And I'm...
Or you weren't listening the first time around.
Because in the edit of this, I will text you and say, I'm a widespread centerfold.
I know.
Lol.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
But what's funny is, so I text you those when I'm editing. Now, that can only be a day or two after it's happened, kind of thing. And you get it.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing we spoke about in the van. Marcus Crowick, who you know. Do you get these messages from him? I don't know if he's using Siri, like to type the message, or if he's just with the thumbs and then send.
Yeah.
Hey, and now that sounds like it's a bad thing. I don't know. Is it a dad thing? I don't know. 'Cause I get messages from Dad, and I'm like sometimes I really don't even know what it means.
Texts. My dad gets Mum to do everything.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
So Dad, they came up to visit us.
Yeah.
The last time they came up to visit us, Dad spent the first 10 minutes of the stay looking for his phone and realised he'd left it at home on the south coast.
Wow.
And they were staying with us for a week. And he's just like, oh, well. And I'm like,
I don't need it.
oh, my God, Dad, we'll get you a SIM. I've got a spare old phone that I put the SIM into. We'll just get a temporary SIM. It won't cost very much. And he's like, no, I don't need it. Like, you've got to have a phone. He's going, Mum's got a phone.
That's
What
amazing.
if you want to go to Bunnings and you get lost like you do and then you can't call anybody or we can't call you and you're lost and we don't know where you are? And he goes, oh, I'll just go with Mum.
Yep.
Like, couldn't care less.
No.
It drove me up. I couldn't stand it. And then when I started thinking about it, it's like, well, I don't ring Dad because he never answers.
Uh-huh.
I don't text Dad because he never answers. I always text Mum and say, can you ask Dad, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So why does he need a phone? Why do you need a phone? Give me a phone. I want a spare phone.
I saw a thing the other night on dumb phones are really becoming a thing again.
I know, like bricks that just make phone calls.
Just makes phone calls.
And you know what'll happen is they'll go, you know, it's really good that you can send these little messages with this tap this button 3 times, tap that.
Yeah.
But you know what would be even better?
Yeah.
Is if a little keyboard popped up and you could
Yeah, a
just...
little keyboard. And then after a while, I was like,
If you could
imagine putting the keyboard into the screen.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not actually a
Yeah.
physical keyboard. You
Oh
type,
my
tap,
God.
tap, tap.
Can you imagine if I could get my email on this? And that's just going to turn into an iPhone.
So funny that we went through all of that. We have been through
We've been through all that.
all of those
And now
things.
people are going back to the basics. And eventually they're just going to go, look, being a hipster is not as cool as it sounds. I want a smartphone.
Yeah, exactly. No, but those messages that I would get from Marcus would be just comments on episodes that he was listening to.
Yeah.
But he could be behind by a couple of weeks. And he's texting me like I'm doing it live on the radio. Like I'll get a
Gotcha.
text
Okay.
going, yeah, but you got to be careful about making sure that when you're setting your business up that you do blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
Is he in the car with me?
I'm
Is Marcus in the room right now?
sitting in my office typing up a document. I get this message. I read that. I'm like, was I just thinking something and didn't notice? Or what? Where's that coming from? And then so I would, at first I didn't get what was going on. I'd go, huh? Quite often, so many messages, huh? And it'd
Yeah.
go, the episode with Heather Irvine. Were you talking about,
Wait till 3 weeks' time when he texts you
Here's
and
this
say,
one.
you are a wide open centerfold. And you just go, all right, blocked.
Yeah, well, that's some fun. I wonder how much I'm going to have to edit out of that. Just to, people's feelings. I don't want to say my dad's got fat thumbs.
Your dad knows he's got fat thumbs.
Yeah, I think so.
My dad will know. He knows.
He's fine.
He's fine.
My
dad probably doesn't listen to podcasts.
Well, this week he's not. His phone's down. Oh, this is when they were up.
It's
Yeah.
when they're up.
Yeah.
You know,
Do you reckon? God, what would your dad listen to if he were listening to podcasts?
oh, it would absolutely be like how to remove rust from 40-year-old bolts in the garage.
But like an hour-long
Yeah.
podcast on it.
100%.
Yeah.
We used to have a book in our bookshelf called Rust and Rot.
Yep.
Yep. And How to Win Friends and Influence People. But I don't know if you ever read that.
I haven't read that one.
Yeah.
Is it still like really good?
Yeah, I think so.
Still relevant?
I think so. They quote the author of that in The Secret. So it's like all law of attraction-y stuff, I think. But
I wonder
yeah.
what I'd get from going back and reading The Secret again. Because I live my life like that.
I'm still stuck on what podcast Dad would listen to, so I can recommend him some stuff. I wonder if there's roofing podcasts. How to fix the sarking on a
I
roof.
really don't think that's a YouTube thing. That's not a podcast thing.
I reckon if you got Dad and a few of his mates together who volunteered at Narooma Golf Club fixing the roof, I reckon you could put a mic on them in the clubhouse and turn that into a podcast. They'd have stories to tell.
Oh, wouldn't they?
About the pop riveting and the
Talk to me about the
guttering.
number of listeners they'd have.
They wouldn't care.
No.
They wouldn't even listen to it themselves.
They wouldn't even post it.
Yeah.
So I'm just searching on Spotify for roofing.
Podcasts.
We've
There's
got-
going to be one.
We've got a roofing playlist.
What?
Well, hang on. Let's see what's in the roofing playlist.
Love Shack. Your tin roof's rusty.
Well,
you need Dad. They need Dad on the Love Shack.
Roofing playlist. Okay, here we go. Turn to Stone, Joan Walsh, Stairway to Heaven, Working Man.
Stairway to Heaven? There's no roof in there. Is there a roof in there? There's a bustle in your hedgerow, if you don't know.
It's a bustle in your hedgerow.
There's a bustle in your hedgerow. I mean, I've often got a bustle in my hedgerow. It's quite distracting.
That's from a song, isn't it?
Stairway to Heaven.
A bustle in your hedgerow.
Yeah.
Where's that?
If there's a bustle in your hedgerow.
That is not a
and you don't
thing.
know.
That is not. Those are not the words, Julie.
Okay, they're not the words.
Now, I'm only saying that because I have no idea if there's a bustle in your hedgerow. There, I mean, that's... if there's a...
If there's a bustle in your hedgerow, you probably need to go to the GP.
It actually says it.
I know!
Nah, no, it's just... what I'm saying is I've typed in if there's a bus and all of the suggested things are if there's a bustle in your hedgerow, don't be alarmed now. No, that's not. Those
The
are not,
piper's calling you to join
those are
him.
not the words.
Are
the words?
And did you know?
Because every other time you've done this with song lyrics, they've been so wrong. Like, so wrong.
Not today.
If there's a bustle in your hedgerow, don't be alarmed now, is a lyric from Stairway to Heaven, part of the section where the song's narrator is describing a woman and the world around her. The bustle in your hedgerow is a metaphorical image and is... Oh, hang on. I don't know. Some suggesting my eyes had gone ahead and seen sexual.
Oh.
And I went, oh, hang on, am I going to keep reading the rest? With some suggesting it could relate to sexual excitement or a hidden rendezvous. The line is followed by the explanation.
Yeah.
It's just a spring clean for the May Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, when I get a bustle in my hedgerow,
Yes.
I think need a bit of a spring clean in the
Yeah.
hedgerow. Can
Well,
I go
for
have
the-
a spring clean and
You are
no more
known as
bustle?
the May Queen.
I am the May Queen.
What on earth is that? And how did I get this far into my life before I found out about the bustle in the hedgerow?
What I want to know is why Stairway to Heaven's in a roofing playlist.
Yeah,
We haven't hit the reason for that yet.
I don't think they're actually songs about roofing. It's just songs to roof to.
Whoa.
You know, there's
You
AC/DC.
don't want to hear Stairway to Heaven when you're up a roof.
No, you don't.
The AC/DC, what, Highway to Hell. You don't want to hear that when you're up
No.
on a roof either.
Oops, I did it again.
That's when you hit the power cord.
Bang, bang, Maxwell's silver hammer came down upon his head.
Oh, no. Purple Rain. You don't want that.
No, you don't want any
No.
of that stuff. Thunderstruck. Worst songs for a roofing playlist. Slip sliding away.
Free falling.
Hammer to fall.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
This is terrible.
It's pretty funny.
Oh.
We could make playlists for different
We
occupations.
could.
Yeah.
But that's an anti-playlist. That's the anti-playlist. That's
Songs-
what you don't want to hear when you're
Yeah.
up the roof.
When you've got the song shuffle on when you're up roofing and
Yeah.
you're free falling. Because of the secret. You don't want to put
Yep.
these things out there into the universe.
No, correct.
Because then they happen.
They do. Okay.
Okay.
So there's no roofing podcast.
Well, not a podcast.
Well, what else can I recommend for Dad?
There's not that. What's he going to listen to? Roofing. Hang on, I'll go back because roofing and then. Sorry. When I type in roofing, the second thing it says as a suggested thing,
Yeah.
rooting in the back of a ute. On a blanket with the tailgate down.
I don't want to tell Dad about that one. He'll get very confused.
A couple of cans and a Vegemite sandwich.
He'll go, wait a minute, I thought this was about rust and rot.
That is so funny. Can you imagine how Kevin Bloody Wilson looks at the world today? I think he's still going around doing gigs.
Really?
Yeah, I
But
think so.
How would he shock anyone these days? How would he shock you? Like, surely half his stuff was shock value because he said swear words. How can you shock people now? It would shock me if
It
Kevin Bloody
depends.
Wilson came out and said, I'd rather be called Kevin Darn Wilson and my act is squeaky clean.
Just PC gigs that he
Yeah,
does. He's
he goes,
doing
I
kids
went-
gigs now.
On the way here, I went to the supermarket, bought some bread and milk.
And milk.
Expensive that here, isn't it?
Yeah. Roofing podcasts. Okay. I did type roofing, right? I found a podcast called Rooting For You. But wait.
What?
Beginner edible gardening. What a name.
What a treat.
They have gone.
See, I
We're gonna
might
do
be
it.
able to send that to Dad. He mightn't listen to it because of the title, but he might get some interest out of it.
Yeah.
They've got a cute little garden.
But they've got a gardening podcast. I'm going to make it my mission, and by make it my mission, I mean completely forget about it in a minute
Yeah.
and not do it.
Yeah.
But what I think would be funny would be to go on a search for clever names of podcasts based on what it's about. Because that's a gardening podcast, and they've got, hey, rooting for you.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It's like my mum named it.
Yeah.
It's
Is
like
it?
she tried to name my business one time.
Oh, hello. What'd she want you to go with?
Well, it was when I was singing. And she's going to kill me if she hears this. I'll make sure she doesn't listen.
Yeah.
I'll tell her.
She a big podcast listener?
I'll tell her that she likes the ABC ones.
Yeah.
And Australian stories type things.
Yeah.
I'll tell her this one's called I'm a Wide Open Centrefold and she won't listen to it.
Good.
So when I was singing, but back when I was singing, I was clowning at children's parties. I used to do calligraphy. Shut up. I used to do calligraphy on people's wedding invitations back before we all had printers. Stop laughing.
I haven't heard a word you've said since you slipped in when I was clowning at kids' parties. In fact, come back to me in half an hour. I'll say that same sentence again. I haven't heard a thing you said. It's the way you just slide it in. You don't want to mention Alexander, your ventriloquist monkey?
He's not a ventriloquist. He doesn't talk. He's just a monkey.
Ah, that's right. He's just a nodder. His mouth does open. Is he mute? What happened?
Kind of.
Was there a...
He lost his squeaker.
Oh.
I mean, he is 44 years old.
I would love to find someone who had you turn up at one of their parties as a clown. Or was Alexander part of the... Yeah.
Absolutely, sometimes, yeah, but not all the time. If I was there on my own and I had to run all the games and everything, well, I need both my hands, so I couldn't do it.
Wait, what?
What?
How does that work into the... Because Alexander's just a monkey.
Yeah.
How does that affect
I've
you using
hold
both?
him. He needs to be held.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because otherwise he'll fall down.
Yeah.
I love Alexander.
He's
I
beautiful.
really do. There's
Yeah.
something, I don't know what it is. I love Alexander. When you break him out and he starts, I don't know, I say he starts having a chat, but he's more just reacting to things you're saying. Oh, he whispers in your ear.
Yes.
A lot of that gear.
Yeah.
I just find you kind of disappear and I'm all about the monkey.
That's what happened when I worked with Kermit the Frog. I forgot there was a dude under the desk. It was just Kermit, me and Kermit.
Now, how do you just keep slipping these things in? When you worked with Kermit the Frog?
Yeah, I did a cooking segment with him. Like, I understand that you don't know that I was a clown at kids' parties because you didn't read the first half of the book, but you read the second half, and that was in the second half. Did you skim it?
No, I was right into it.
Tell Chat GPT to summarise it for you.
Oh my God, I've got an interview with
Hi,
an author.
Chad. Can you please read to me the parts of Julie's book that only pertain to me? I'm not interested in a single other sentence except the ones that relate to myself.
Listen, I'm going to get there one day. I'll get the first half of the book read,
And the
okay?
rest of the second half, apparently.
No, I was fully invested in that. I nearly cried. If I read it now, I would cry because I've got all my emotions back.
Oh,
do you know about that?
no.
I've got tears now. I've had tears a couple of
I'm
times.
surprised you haven't cried yet this morning.
Like tears of joy or just
I mean, anything. Surely I've brought out the whole range.
run the whole gamut of emotions.
Well, what I'm hearing is I haven't made you sad enough yet. Oh, we'll get there. I should have brought you that gluten-free Rocky Road.
You want to see tears? You'll see the full range.
You'll go, this is delicious, and I go, it's gluten-free.
Yeah, and then you'd see anger, you'd see tears, you'd see the excitement when you first handed me
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thing. It's a roller coaster
Yeah.
of emotions there. But I've got an interview with an author coming up soon. In fact, you know her and you loved her first book.
Yes.
This is what I tell people. I think the first book was called Luminescence.
Phosphorescence. Jeez, Rob.
I haven't started my research yet,
You've
Julie.
got to read her book. You've
No, I
got
know.
to read her
I know.
book.
I am going
You
to.
say this. You don't know the title yet.
Bright Shining. No?
Phosphorescence.
No, the new one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm talking to her about the new one. So it's Julia Baird, right?
Yes.
And I was like, oh, wait, is it Julia? No, Julia Baird.
Yeah. She's amazing. Like her Phosphorescence, I haven't read her second book, which is called Grace, which I should read, but
This is the third one.
I think so.
Okay.
Listen, you're the
My
one
one.
interviewing her.
And I haven't started yet. I've got, what day is it? Oh, okay, I've got a week. And it's a big book. I think I made a mistake committing to this one because I
Say that out loud.
will edit this bit out.
Good.
I've got to knock over the entire book in the next week and then come up with the question. So it's at Words on the Waves and it's what is it? What am I? I'm a moderator.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so
what it is.
you interview her, which means you've got to ask some, insightful questions about the text.
Yeah.
And then you moderate the questions from the crowd.
Oh, I thought it was just me interviewing her for 45 minutes.
Yeah, and then usually 15-minute questions.
Oh, yes, then there's 15 minutes of questions.
Yeah, that's the crowd. So you get to say, and then, if somebody's veering off into a long monologue of their own.
Knock it off, Janet.
Yeah, that's exactly
We've
it.
all heard enough from you.
Yeah.
All day we have.
Was there a question in there, Janet?
Yeah.
Poor
Okay,
Janet.
good. I didn't realise it came with power, this position.
It comes with a little bit of power, not too much power. But
Because you've done it before.
I did it last year with my autobiography, and
Yeah.
can I tell you, Rob Carlton interviewed me. He read the whole book, the whole thing. He turned up, so I'm just giving you some tips now.
Yeah.
He turned up with a copy of my book that was so dog-eared and worn. It had Post-it notes sticking out of it
don't.
spines out of a porcupine.
Stop it.
Plus, he had a book, like an A4 notebook, and we sat down before we went out, and he opened the notebook, and it was full of writing, it was full of notes, and he was asking me, now, are we good to talk about this? And you right to talk about that? And if I go in this direction, how do you feel about... And it was the best interview of...
I can tell you right now, that's not what I'm going to do.
If you want to cheat, though, just put a whole lot of Post-it notes in your book and she'll go in with a good feeling.
That is what I was thinking. Like, I was thinking, okay, this notebook that he had full of all these scribbles and stuff, did you actually look at them? Because he may have just scribbled all through it. Or maybe ones from previous ones he's done.
But
and just,
it made me feel good.
I am going to put a lot of Post-it notes, but I'm going to be using my iPad, so they'll just be
That'll
ones
look weird.
on my screen.
Post-it
Notes, actual Post-it notes just stuck all over my iPad. And I'm just doing it because of what you said. And he had Post-it notes. Okay, I'll have to stick a
Rob
few on.
Carlton does it, and he's a good
And then I
interviewer.
pull my phone out of my pocket. It's also covered in Post-it notes.
Yeah. It's like, what? Why are you playing Candy Crush?
Nah, listen, I will give it all due respect. I will read the
course
book
you
from
will.
cover to... You know I will. I'll read the book from cover to cover. I already know from looking at it and reading
I think
the back
you'll
cover.
love it.
I'll love it.
Yeah.
And I will have more questions than I'll be able to fit it in the 45 minutes.
100%.
You know that.
And Julia Baird got in contact with me when I was unwell.
Yeah.
She said, I read about what you're going through at the moment, and I'd love to know your address. I'd love to send you a copy of my book, Phosphorescence. And I was able to go back to her and say, that's such a generous offer. I actually already own the book, and I've listened to it on Audible as well. So, and it has been very helpful, and I loved it. I loved it. It's a beautiful book.
I would start with that. I'd go and read Phosphorence first, and to get the feel of, because that one was a bit, but I'm sort of running a bit
low on time.
I can't do two books now. I can barely do one.
Yeah.
And my reading,
2 book rabs hasn't arrived.
no,
1 book rabs hasn't arrived. Let's be fair. Half book rabs. He's been here for a while.
Now, the interview is happening next Saturday at 10-ish, 10:30, something like that.
And you've remembered it's not on a boat.
Oh, no. Yeah, I thought your whole thing, Words on the Waves...
Was on a boat.
Was on a
It's not
boat.
on a boat.
I don't get it. It's at the beach.
It's at the beach.
Yeah. But I'm trying to do better at certain things.
You're very trying.
And
I'll give you that.
Thank you. I'm trying to not read that whole book on Friday.
Okay. Well, do
Yeah.
you need some friendly reminders?
What do you mean?
Like, do you want me to help hold you accountable? Like, what are you going to do? So you've got a week. You've got a week.
I don't like being held accountable.
So
I don't know my reading rate.
Well, you've got to get through a chapter today. There you go. You've got to get through a chapter today because guaranteed it's got more than 7 chapters. So if you don't get through a chapter today, at least 1 chapter,
That's a horrible way to think about it. Yeah, this is not going to happen if I don't.
Start now.
But I don't. Okay.
You're going to read chapter 1 today. And once you've read chapter 1, chances are you'll feel like you want to continue. But I'm going to put it on you that you've got to read chapter 1 today, and I'm going to check in with you this afternoon and make sure you have.
First, I've got to find the book. It's somewhere there. Look,
do yourself a massive favour and get it on Audible, put it in your ears, and then get busy with your hands. Go tidy up your house.
Oh, I can do that.
Do the laundry. Get up and do some bloody roofing, not in this weather.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll be climbing a stairway to heaven.
Not to that soundtrack.
But,
yeah. Okay, I could possibly do that.
Go get your rucksack on and go for a walk.
Yeah.
And, pound out some kilometres.
But I got sent the book and I'll have to pay for it on Audible.
Yes, you will. It will be a bloody $14 investment.
It'll be fine. Julie, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Why are you the one getting stressed out over this?
The fucking audiobook.
I'm going to edit this together. So I go, I'm a widespread centerfold, and then Julie throws cash at me out of her wallet.
Oh. No.
Oh, Julie just gave me $15 to download the... That's great. I need to get you frustrated about other things that are... Yeah. But you know what? Oh, my car's broken down, but it'll be fine. I'm fine. Have some money. Oh, I can tell you. Oh, the card. I got the credit card.
Trust me, that won't get you anywhere. You can maybe download another audio book on that.
That is so funny. No, and this is an ADHD thing. What? I'll take the money, but I'm not going to download the thing. Like, here's the problem. I'll take the money and then later.
And then you won't read the book.
No, I'll read the book. That is going to happen. Like, it's going to happen.
When?
Friday. At the absolute
Can't
latest.
read a whole book on the Friday.
Watch me. See, you got to understand, Julie, that different people's brains work in different ways. And
some people's brains are really aggravating.
I've had so many comments about that Patreon episode that we did where I were playing 20 questions and I turned it into about 400 questions by changing the rules.
Yeah.
Oh, people saying, because it's a video episode in the Patreon page as well, and the comments, comments are about watching you just shrivel and die.
You're not the will to live.
Through the whole thing. Your frustration levels going through the roof. And there's this weird part of me that just finds that so funny. I see you going through pain.
I am in pain.
So just know that it'll be okay. I'm going to read the book. I generally read like a chapter on my phone before I fall asleep at night.
I've got a great idea. I've got a great idea.
Go on.
Cyrano de Bergerac.
I don't know if Cyrano de Bergerac.
I will read the book.
Yeah.
And I'll hide in the wings. They generally have nice big pot plants either side of the stage. I'll hide.
Behind a pot plant?
Yes.
I have an earpiece in?
Earpiece works.
Yeah.
And I'll
what were you going to do?
You,
signals? Yeah.
I was going to whisper, but that might be obvious. Ask if...
In chapter 7, she said...
Yeah. Earpiece is better. I could do that. I mean, I was going to be away next Saturday, but I'll come home for that.
Okay. I know what this is about.
Oh, it's trying to sell tickets to Words of the Waves.
No.
If you haven't got tickets, this will be funny.
You're just trying to get my copy of the book. That's what's going on here.
Yeah, and you know what I'll do then?
Rather than spending the $15.
I'm going to ring you up.
Yeah.
I'm going to ring you up and you'll go, hey, Jay Goodo. And I'll go, chapter 1. And I'll get through as much as I can into your ear before you hang up on me. I'm going to read you the book.
On stage?
No, this is now. This is today. From now on.
Oh, you're going to be feeding me bits of the book.
Yeah. So I'll do that. And when that fails, because you'll hang up pretty quick.
Yeah.
then I'll do the on stage thing. I've got multiple plans. I've got plans
Why?
B and C
But
because I
why?
don't believe you're going to read the book.
I see what you're doing now. The old reverse psychology.
This
I am
is
not
just-
a 3-year-old not eating my spaghetti. And
is
you
inner
say,
straight
you
line
wouldn't
psychology.
eat spaghetti. You're not going to read the book.
You're not going to eat that choc chip muffin I bought you. It's got gluten in it. Watch me!
Oh, watch me.
You are a 3-year-old. No, this is not reverse psychology. This is me trying to come up with a backup plan.
But I'm telling you, it'll be fine.
And
So apparently-
I know what you're telling me, and
Yeah.
I know how this goes.
Watch me. Well, I look back at things now from like when I was on the radio, and that there's this one carols night, like Christmas carols at Central Coast Stadium. I had this idea for a thing we could do on stage, and
How did that end up?
pretty chaotic, I think, but it worked.
Yeah.
Kinda, you know.
Oh, was this the looping pedal getting everyone involved thing?
It might have been that one. I think I've done it a few
That was
times.
chaotic. But
Yeah.
fun.
But funny.
Yeah.
And everyone else is stressing
Chaotic
out.
AF.
Yeah, and they go, I just need to know all the details, and then what is it? I'm like, it'll be fine, and then it is, and that's frustrating for other people.
And this is like fine. Like you picture this: you are a little puppy dog, and you're in a hat, and you're sitting there saying everything's fine, and behind you and all around you, everything's on fire.
That's exactly. You just,
fine,
just
everything's
describe
fine.
my life. I am that dog. Everyone else is going.
Nielsen in the Naked Gun in front of a factory full of fireworks going off, saying nothing to see here, nothing to see here.
That's my life. Everyone else is going, but look behind you.
The wreckage. The wreckage.
It's fine. Let's keep moving forward. I will have that book read. I will do a great interview with her. I know I will.
I know you will too. Just have an earpiece on the day.
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
Thank you for your confidence. All right. Well, I feel like the next episode then is going to be. I'll tell you when this episode's going. Oh God, this episode's potentially not coming out until after that. Well, I'm going to have to change that. This is going to have to be like an extra episode coming out next week. All right. This episode is going to come out the day before. When it's on the waves.
When it's a little too late and people are just watching it like a train wreck that they can't turn away from.
It's a good reference point, though.
Going, did he read it? Did he read it? Did he read it?
know. It's a good reference point, though.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the next day when things happen,
Will I be in a pot plant?
Yeah.
Whispering into a sleeve microphone like an FBI agent.
if someone sees that and then I go, oh, okay. I get to the end of the whole chat and then I go, okay, I just need to address the Goodwin in the pot plant as it's known.
Listen to the Podvan podcast to find out all about it. You can find it on Spotify or anywhere you get your podcasts. Patreon, $10 a month for extra content. You'll nail that bit.
Yeah, I don't need an earpiece for
Marcus will be
that.
thrilled. Julia will be sitting there going, what's happening?
It's fine. Everything's fine.
You to write this book.
Oh, that's exactly what's happening. I am releasing this on the day before Words on the Waves.
Oh, God.
And then afterwards,
You want to
I
hope the
guess-
organisers don't listen to the podcast because they might be on the phone going, yep, we've contacted Rob Carlton.
He's already got so many post-it notes.
He read it in the hopes that he was going to be asked to moderate this session. He is more prepared than you.
Oh, I can't wait for the comments when I'm posting things on Saturday from Words on the Wage. Some people just go, that have heard the episode going, show us your post-it notes. Oh, this is a very funny behind the scenes of what's going to be happening there. Yeah. And then obviously we will have to do a follow-up as to what happened.
Okay.
I'll share the quote from Julia where she goes, that was the best interview I've ever done. From my side, that's what she says. I don't know what the crazy guy with the lady in the pot plant was doing, but oh, this is funny. Okay, good. All right.
Excellent.
I got it. It's fine.
You got this.
It's fine.
You got this.
All right.
I got faith in you. You know I do.
Thank you. No. Such a study your face, do you?
I do.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
All right, well, stand by for the updates on
Awesome.
on how that goes. Oh, now even I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I was.
It's the Podcast with Rabbit.